Told me. Finest.
Long time, sir.
Longest. Wá ṣe caregiver work ló ń ṣe ni.
Mo ti ṣe rí.
Ṣé òótọ́ ni pé iṣẹ́ afọ́fùrọ̀ ni?
Sherry, open some no. No. It involves that. The thing is.
So the washing. I wanted to be clean. When I the washing.
Ṣé yóò gbọ́n pé pé inú ìgbẹ́ lówó wà ní? Ṣé yẹn lè máa wò ní?
I did not know. I'm not understanding it, but we to give seed charity. Got the #1 back. Big shout out to charity, my #1 gifter. Follow Giver Seed Charity on TikTok. All right, big shout out to them. And please, though, I'm trying to get my money gone. So, money gone, new. Oh yeah, help me reach my target. Share the video on TikTok and my target. And on Facebook, come and start buying stars. Oh, you want to learn about AF0FUR0 work? Come and, hey. Oh yeah, told me give us this gift. How will they take Duam?
See, it's not as bad as people paint it to be, or the way we're coming. You're coming from different orientation in Nigeria. Like, we look down on a lot of profession. I understand. Actually, this profession we're talking about, this is something that some people do to feed their family. A lot of people, they come home to spend money. This is what they get to do. I understand. Now, when I started this job, because I'm someone that gets irritated so easily and all that. And I think my first shift, I came back home. I just told my husband, I said, never, I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't, because my experience was not even good, because it's not just about, there's support work where you have to support someone that has capacity, or someone that has learning disability. That's, some people might be independent themselves. They can do some things themselves. Maybe they can do their personal care, but you just need to assist them or prompt them or you guide them. Now, the core one that is caregiving, which we find in most of the care homes, because that's what is general here. We have a lot of care home in the health sector where you have the elderly people where they keep them and you have to look after them. Some of them are people living with dementia, and this is something that we even have back home in Nigeria, but people don't pay attention to it. Now, they are going to equipment that you'll be given, and there are trainings that you have to undergo to do it. It's quite risky, like I tell people. It might look easy and simple, but it's not. Because there are pros, just like you said, there are a lot of guides safeguarding that is around that particular profession. But some Nigerians have run into trouble, like the new ones that just enter and they just feel like, you can just go in there and just do anything. In the UK, if you want to do cleaning work, you still have to go through some trainings before you can do it. Understand? To me, it was an eye-opener, because I get irritated easily, but this job have just taught me to be more passionate, and I understand life more. I learned a lot, and I appreciate life the more, because you can see these people, once you walk into their rooms, and you see pictures of how they lived their life while they were young and all that, and now they have to depend on someone to, take care of them, someone to maybe feed them, someone to do their personal care and all that. So it's just, as a person, it gives you that, it enables you to just think back and be like, someday I'm also going to be in this position where I will need someone to help me do this, or I'll be dependent on someone. But Nigerians will just say that, no, it's not as bad and as horrible as that. Imagine your mom that is not, or your dad that is not capable of trying to do their personal care. They can't wash themselves and all that. When you're not going to assist, of course you're going to assist them. It's not like you're using your bare hands or anything. Like I tell people, I did this for while I was a student, I did it for some months, and I liked the fact that it's actually helped me, and I'm always proud to say it. I'm a caregiver. Now I work in the hospital as an administrator. So seeing someone, when any Nigerians that I see, at a point in time, I was actually managing an agency where we actually recruit Nigerians that work in this sector. And what I tell them is, you have to be humble when you want to do this. You don't have to bring that mindset of I was this, I was a manager in Nigeria, or I own my business in Nigeria, and you bring it back to the profession. It's actually wrong. You have to come humble. You have to come humble if you know you want to do it, and you have to also to be passionate. It's not for everybody to do, because it's not, if you know that you're just doing it for the money, sometimes you might get into trouble. But if you know that this is something that, okay, you are trying to help someone, you are passionate about helping or caring for people, then yes, it's something that you will enjoy doing.
I want to ask you on something. Sorry, please mute both of you. You see, we also need to, I'm coming back to you. You see, there's dignity in labor, blah, 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 blah. We also need to tell ourselves the truth. If you are a bank manager in Nigeria and you are doing caregiver work abroad, in as much as there is dignity in labor, you need to understand that because your country has failed you, you have stepped down. We need to tell ourselves the truth. If you are a student and you are doing caregiver work, if you are up and coming, a young guy or a young girl, 25, 30, but you see, there's a certain level of attainment you have reached. It will now feel like you are, let me tell you, Oyinbo people know how to make the most unglamorous work glamorous. They have a way of equating everybody. It helps, but you see, I can guarantee you, Tommy, cannot do that work for more than 2 years.
I didn't do it up to that, because I have vision. I know what I'm doing. Good. I told you as a point, I was managing an agency.
So great. Why are you not doing it till now?
Because I know that is not my standard, because I know where I'm coming from. I know I have values. I want us to tell ourselves the truth. If you go, Nigeria has failed us. So many people who are supposed to be teachers in Nigeria, people who are supposed to be graduate assistants, people who are supposed to be business owners, but because of the system failed them, they now go abroad and they now step several steps lower. You see, the average Oyinbo man that does this caregiver work does not have a degree. Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze.
Engineering or a polytechnic, a HND, has no business doing this work. So most of the people doing this work are doing it because the naira has fallen, and when you change pounds, you will come and buy 4 houses in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Let's tell ourselves the truth. It's still
absolutely
ending work.
Absolutely. Like I tell people, I say see this as a temporary work, because I've seen doctors, Daddy Freeze, doctors do this in Nigeria, in the UK here. I've seen professor begging me for work to pick shift. Do you understand? But if you know what your values are, you know what's yours, you know that, no, you're coming from Nigeria, I can't keep doing this. Like I said, I did it before. Right now I work with a big hospital here in the UK, and I work as an administrator. Do you understand? Now, even working as an administrator in this, I just discovered that the respect they give me is even more, because they be like, oh my God, I can't believe you have this, or you have a master's, because they don't go to school. Do you understand? So if you know that, like I tell people, I say this as a stepping point. You can't come as a master degree holder or as a BSc holder and you think you want to do this for 1 year, 2 years. No, you can't do it. It's just to get yourself and get the ground. That's what people do it for. But there are actually people that actually like this, or people that don't have options, and they know that, okay, I don't have certificate from Nigeria and they don't have options. That looks like a simplest option for them to go through. And I keep telling them.
Yeah, hi, Daddy Freeze. Yeah. So the thing with care home jobs is usually, most of us in Nigeria, when we come over here, we're already many people that have here, I stay in Canada. Many people that I've seen here, they are doing so well in Nigeria. They just, kind of come over here because of certain things happening in Nigeria. And for those of us that went into care home, I did it for about 5 months. Personally, I never knew I could do such a job. Like my sister said, it's really demanding, especially when you're working with people who totally depend on you for everything. Because where I worked, I just had about 5 people in the house, and then they were totally dependent on we the staff, and you had to take care of them, bathe them, clean them, and everything. So I only did that job because I needed to start somewhere. Many Nigerians that come over here, they just do it to start, for a start. You're coming into the country, probably you're a master's degree holder, you're definitely not going to settle for a care job for a long time, and you have plans, you have aspirations, and then a care job, let me use where I am, the highest you can attain in a caregiving job, probably $25 per hour, and you're looking for something bigger, so you can't remain there for a long time. You just fall in and do it, and doing the job, you find yourself becoming so attached to the people. It's like when I left, when I was leaving out, the day I left, I cried because I'd already built this attachment with them. You just understand the frailty of life, how people can, live the best life, and at the end of the day, they are so dependent on someone. So it's not a so bad a job, but there's nothing usually Nigerians can do when they come over, trying to stand on their feet and trying to get something to at least, start making the bills and paying. But for those who love to do the health stuff, they find themselves going probably into nursing and any other medical line. But I don't see anyone maintaining being a caregiver for a very long time, except the person doesn't have qualifications from back home.
Okay, I want to quickly say something. Guys, mute so I can talk. If Sugar Destiny says this job pays more than bank jobs. You see, my problem with Nigerians is everything is money. Everything is calculated. You are not calculating how you will feel. You are not calculating if that job is the kind of job your mates that have your qualifications abroad do. If you have masters in marketing, your mates that have masters in marketing abroad from the smallest polytechnic are not going to do caregiver work. So Nigerians need to stop calculating everything in naira and kobo, in dollars and cents. There are some jobs that will pay you good money, but will affect you. Let me ask you a question. If you and somebody went to school in the UK, you went to secondary school, you went to a Nigerian university, that person went to a UK university, would you want them, where they are in life now, to see you doing caregiver work? Not nurse, I'm not talking of nurse, I'm not talking of doctor, I'm not talking of lab technician or banker. Would you want your mate that went to school in the UK and is doing a proper job, would you want them to see you doing caregiver work when we all know what caregiver work involves? So the only reason why a Nigerian will leave Nigeria to go and do caregiver work is because there are no opportunities in Nigeria. If you had opportunities in Nigeria, you will not go and do that kind of work, no matter the amount of money. I was talking to somebody yesterday. He said he got 3 job offers. One with Apple, another one with another tech company, and a third one with a third tech company. He took the poorest paid one. The Apple was paying 200K a year. The second one was paying over 200K a year. He took the one of 170K. Why? He said the Apple, that there was no job security. They can sack you in 3 months. The other one pays 200K a month, but you will work from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. The working hours are crazy. The third pays about 150,000, the poorest, but you work from home, you decide your hours, He sat down and he looked at it. If I work this extra 50K, what am I going to do? I will still use it to solve problems for Nigerians at home that are laying about. I will use it to buy a house in Nigeria that at the end of the day I might never live in. Some people tell you you buy the house and you rent it out. Until you start doing renting business, that's when you realize how much of a liability a house is. House that every year you need to change the roof. If you rent the house out for 3 million every year, in 10 years you have 30 million. You will use half of it to re-roof the house. You will use, as in half of it will go to maintaining. Then you now sit down and calculate how much really did I make from this house. So at the end of the day, the average Nigerian will go and do that 200K work and my kusi there. They will nearly buy inside because Nigerians make decisions based on Naira and Kobo. Why would I lose? The average Nigerian will just look at it. They say they will sack. God forbid they will not sack me. What God cannot do does not exist. And before I go every morning, I will join them. What God cannot do does not exist. I will do serebe, oroskolo, karaba, olosho, sanusi, fafuwa, orebe. I will do it to them in the morning, then I will go and do the work. They will never sack me. So every day you are building anxiety, you are building blood pressure because you are working under pressure, hoping they will not sack you so that you make the extra 200, extra 50K. The other guy is working crazy hours just to make the extra 50K. This other guy is chilling. He said he will do 3 hours of work, take a break, go and gym, come back, do another 2 hours of work, take a break, go and eat. He's having a work-life balance. Nigerians don't understand work-life balance. Is work, everything else joins the situation balance. That's how our parents were. Let me tell you the truth. One of the reasons why I didn't want to be a doctor was because of my dad. My dad would wake up early in the morning. I hate waking up in the morning. My dad would go to work and come back at 10 o'clock. And my dad had so much work that we had to live inside the hospital. We lived in a building inside the hospital premises, my dad's hospital, because they could come and call my dad at any time of the day or night. Now, I now go to school. I will see that year, one sports car, they ring, they call him 300 ZX. Now, they call her, they get them. And they call her, they do doctor work. He had the nicest cars. His children will go abroad, come back. We will go abroad once in 3 years. I think all our children, they go abroad twice a year, once a year. So I sat down and I thought about it. Why would I want to kill myself and then be like my dad and then not have money, not have time for, not have money. My dad had enough money to do basic things. I did not want to do basic things in my life. I wanted to travel abroad. I wanted to fly business class. I wanted to drive that sports car that they used to bring those people to. I also want to drive it. And I knew I was not going to get it from the plenty. So I sat down and I thought about it. I said, nah, this is not for me. So what am I trying to say in essence is, let's start making decisions with regards to, will this job I'm taking, how will it affect my marriage? How will it affect my relationship with my children? How will it affect me, my mental health, my status, what I want to achieve in life? Instead of Naira and Kobo, because let me tell you something, you cannot, if you earn 1 million Naira a month, I guarantee you, what you will spend for yourself inside that 1 million can never be more than 300,000. It's other people that will spend it for you. So, you get the kind of work where you they do. They say shit money, no, they smell. I have bad language, forgive me, because of if another person will fight them. But at the end of the day, they will spend it with you, but they will not do the work with you. So that is one thing I wanted to just quickly chip in. So all of those say this job pays more than bank job. Bank job is the kind of work you can do. Normal people do it. This work is not, you can do bank job for 10 years. All of you here can do bank job for 10 years. Can
yeah,
you not?
Sure.
You might not, but you can go up in a bank every day for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, bank job or
Daddy Freeze.
Caregiver work.
Sorry, let me, first of all, I'm greeting everyone.
Hi.
Daddy Freeze, this thing has to do with passion. This thing has to do with love.
Hey, don't mention.
Because
I'll tell you why. Don't mention passion.
Okay.
If passion. Listen.
Then if you can imagine
do it
if
for 10
everyone
years.
were to go that route.
Everything that comes that,
If
then
everyone
you
were
live
to
in 10
choose
months.
that other
That's
side
not
of life,
passion.
who would care? You see? So if we all decide to go into business or do anything like that, has to. I mean, your dad was there, and then he cared for people. He saved life. That was his own passion, if you ask me.
I understand. You see, listen, let's have a conversation.
Okay.
We are missing a very big point. All of you here said you only did it temporarily. Nobody said you cannot. So there is no passion. Remove passion. Passion is
That
what
if
you
you
do
didn't
for free.
most of them did it
Let me tell you what
temporarily.
passion is. Let me explain.
Okay.
Let me explain passion to you. Passion is you will go to Iraq for and go and do the work for 4 years. That's passion.
So one of the reasons
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why they feel that way. I'm sorry I didn't join early enough, but you know, most people believe, like the sister rightly said, she felt that's not what she intends to do, how she intends to spend, what she intends to do as a living, because she feels she actually may have struggled in the past, may have acquired more knowledge to suddenly come here, and this is what you will use yourself to do, right? You want to strive, you want to be where you belong, where you feel is what you should be doing. Now, there are people who are like the CNAs. These are people that actually studied. These are people that acquire that basic knowledge to care for these people. So I would feel bad if, let's say, for example, okay, let's say as I am right now, I'm a BNSC holder. And then I would now jump from RN to CNA. Meanwhile, the CNAs are people that are meant to do this. This is what their job is to take care of these daily activities of daily living. So you see,
so just to cut you short, I also did. I schooled to get the knowledge for that.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, because I'm someone, I don't like doing something without knowledge. So I went to school. I got what I needed to get to be a good caregiver, right? But one of the reasons I left is because the job takes a toll on your health. When I got into the house, I stayed there for like about five months. Most of the people there were having back pains because everybody there was dependent on the caregiver, right? Some of them don't even eat with their mouth. We give them food through their stomach. I don't know, I've forgotten what it's called, right? Yeah. So they can't even turn by themselves. They can't. You have to do all the liftings. Yes, you have all those things that can help you.
Was it a hospital?
Yes.
Okay.
So it takes a toll on your body. And if you're also not mentally strong, you might also, you feel it every day. But the thing is,
every job has got its own stuff. Most people sit down every minute or looking at the computer alone, and it's stressful to them.
Yeah, I understand. But personally,
so if you are trying to give that training, to give that care, that's what you have to do. The only thing you will feel is, okay, I have other degrees. I should better use my degree for something else rather than this. There are people that are trying to do those jobs.
Yeah, exactly. If I didn't have other degrees, right, I would have just stuck to that as per. I already have a degree in this, in this. But the thing is that I had other options, right? I have a master's in actuarial science, BSc in statistics and all that. So I could also.
Okay, you can now say you had BNSC. And then you are students, you are stooping so low to go do some kind of diploma like.
Exactly, that's what we're saying. Like me, I don't look down on any carer because also today I still refer to myself as a carer. We don't look down I even appreciate the job because it has taught me a lot. Do you understand? Like it has really taught me a lot. But when I studied communication, all my life I've been in the field of media. You understand what I'm saying? And I studied media as a master's degree. So it's just sensible for me to go in that line rather than having to continue with care. And like she rightly said, you get home sometimes and you'll be like, oh, I feel pains in my back, or you feel pains in your legs and all that. So sometimes you just say that this is not your calling. There are people that have passions for that, and that is what they aspire to become right from scratch. But that is not
Many
what I
Nigerians
plan
that
to
go into it when they
do.
come over here.
Do you
That's not what they
understand?
plan.
So a
It's
lot of
just
people just come
something.
to, yeah, like I started during the COVID period. And to be honest, it's not like I don't enjoy it. I enjoy it because sometimes you have, like, you imagine you caring for someone and the person passes. You understand? You know how emotional you're going to be down and all that because you're already attached to the person and all that. So it teaches a lot,
Yeah,
life lessons, you understand? So I don't look down on anybody, and every time everybody's saying it, I tell them that no, I'm always proud to say it. Yes, I once did this job, and I still refer myself as a caregiver because I'm still in the health sector anyways. So, like you rightly said, if we all moved down to being a banker, being a this and all that, then who's going to take care of them? You understand?
I mean, that's not my field. I mean, I won't say that's not my field. That's what I'm a nurse. But then I don't have an issue caring for the elderly. I love to care. Is that I love to care, irrespective of age. That's all.
Now, I want to say something. I want to remove the other lady. I'm sorry. I'm monitoring comments and all that. We are live on many platforms. Facebook with 320 people, TikTok with 125, YouTube with 194. So we still have. I'm trying to attend to a lot of people. I want to say something here. Personally, I don't have a passion for taking care of people. I can barely take care of my own children. And there's nothing wrong in not having a passion for taking care of people. Some people have a passion for singing. Some people have a passion for talking. I have a passion for talking. I can talk all day. That's why for 26 years of my life, all I did was talk, type, talk. That's what I have a passion for. Now, if you see me abroad doing caregiver work, just know it's a circumstance. Just know it's a situation. I want to bend my crayfish. So when you are mentioning passion, I am an example of passion. I worked on radio when my salary was 1,500 naira a month. And I did that work from 1996 till 2001, 5 years. 2001, GSM came out. My salary could buy me one recharge card. Sorry, two. They increased my salary to 3K. So my monthly salary would buy me 2 MTN recharge cards. And I still did that work. Before I started making money on the radio, I had worked for 10 full years. I'm not saying making money. Before I could make enough money to own a Tokumbo car that had AC, travel abroad, I had worked for 10 years. That is passion. Before I started making real money that I could buy a house, I had to have done this work for 15 years. That I can buy a house, that I can buy Mercedes, that I can buy Range Rover. I had so when we are talking of passion, I know about passion. But I would rather go abroad and work for peanuts to do what I would do than go and be caring for old people. I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but I don't have passion for it. And stop you where they work for bank, where you go abroad, they do this AF0FURO work. Stop making it look like passion. No be passion. Na money, na circumstance. Na Buhari na bend your crayfish. Maybe they tell ourselves.
Not true.
Let me tell you the problem. I was having a conversation. Hold on, guys. I was having a conversation with someone. I don't know if you can mute so people can hear me. I was having a conversation with someone. This person has been going on and on about how Tinubu rigged the election. On and on and on and on. I had it up to my throat today. So I put a call through to the person. If I wake up in the morning, this person will send me, oh, that's how they rigged the election. Oh, that's how they rigged the election. You live in Nigeria, what do you expect? Now I put a call through to the person. I said, did you hear about Ekweremadu? But yes. I said, do you know what Ekweremadu's crime was? They paid somebody for a kidney. They paid, though, they did not kidnap the person, though. They had an agreement with the person, and the person changed his mind, though. Do you know what they are doing to Ekweremadu? Life imprisonment. Not just for Ekweremadu. For Ekweremadu, for his wife, and for the doctor who do him. The 3 of them are getting life imprisonment sentences. I said, she now said, what are you talking about? I said, calm down. I remember when you wanted to travel to the UK, they said you should show proof of funds of 6 million naira. You did not have 6 million naira. You had about 2 million naira. So you went to a racket where somebody paid 4 million naira into your account, where they were paying you, you were now paying 3% of that 4 million monthly as rent. I said, do you know what you did is a financial crime? Declaring what you are not is false pretenses. Are you aware? Do you know that if you prove it that it was your brother that paid you the account, all they will do is deport you? But if they can prove it that you actually paid to falsify your financial status, you will do 8 years in the UK and you will come back home on the next available flight the moment they discharge you from that UK prison. Why am I saying this? It is convenient for us to live in a system that is rigged, but our morality is so selective. We look at other people and we point out, oh, they are rigging election. Did you not rig your way into the UK? You where person sit exam for, what's the difference between you and person rigging election? Are you supposed to be, the job you are doing, if truly you went to the university and you scored, you did not sleep with lecturer, you did not bribe, will you really be? One girl, I remember the time they were saying lecturers were knocking babes, blah, blah. One girl, and I talk, say make them no fight the lecturers. Say some of them, they go meet the lecturer because they know, say this book, they don't understand them. So the only way they go fit graduate, now say make they go open for lecturer. Say, nine they take graduate. You were open for lecturer graduate. You dey vex say another person rig election. Unana the same thing, but the problem with Nigerians is we have selective morality. They are only, someone said it's 12 years imprisonment. God bless you. And I can tell you that out of all of you watching me, all of you that are abroad, half of you did this thing to go abroad. If not more. I will not want you to admit it on live television. I'll be on live because from here they will carry you. You don't know how you people don't know this thing when I think say na play. If you knew how serious Ekweremadu is doing a life sentence, so on top agreement say, okay, you go come out kidney, I go come out time. Oh yeah, make we they go. The person read their change mind. Turn another story. Ekweremadu they go prison, forget him be senator or senate speaker, I'll be waiting be work again. We don't like telling our, you see, my problem with Nigerians is we have a reality filter that filters our reality, but that reality filter, when we want to look at other people, we don't put it. So we will sit in Nobu in his bad light. But when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we wear the filter, so we only see ourselves in good light. Let me tell you, one person told me something, said, they said area boys were beating people during the election. I was having a conversation with the guy today. The guy said, is that not how Nigeria is normally? You are inside traffic, area boy, they harass you. Every day you enter bus. My staff, girl, where they plait my children hair, they don't beat them twice. One of my staff in the house, on a Sunday was coming to work, enter wrong bus. Not only they beat him, collect all his phone, they downloaded all the money in his account and then borrowed 100K on his head. So when your life is like that, what do you expect to get in the election? Your day-to-day is in a certain way. But then on election, all the people on the day-to-day are now going to become angels because they say election are in the rapture where God won't carry in people. So I want us to have honest conversations with ourselves. Nigerians are never honest with themselves. We are as bad as the government will say. If I sat down with you, I think there are so many, the average Nigerian does not pay taxes. If they check your tax, so you are not paying taxes, you do all, then on the election day, you now want to come like God is going to come and rapture everybody, so you have to be on your best behavior. It can never work. Whatever the bed eats, now in the bed go carry fly. You don't chop all these things, they fly now. You know if you vomit them again, don't do your belly. Now your reality. Now when you go abroad, You try to create smoke screens. Oh, my life is good. Let me tell you, 90% of the people that left Nigeria abroad are people who were struggling here and did not have any form of breakthrough. They look up, they look side, they don't see anything where we commode them from, so they just run. Because let me tell you the truth. Dino Melai still did this Nigeria, never run. Tony Elumelu still did this Nigeria, never run. Dangote carry him home money, go build refinery for this same Nigeria in no run. Adenuga dey Banana Island for a house. He never run. Why them no run? Why? There was a time when Adenuga had problem with it Obasanjo. He ran to the UK in exile. If I remember that story. The moment Obasanjo come up, Adenuga come back the next day. Mo come put head back for this Nigeria where we did. So what am I trying to say? Let's be telling ourselves the truth. I'm not saying it's bad for you to relocate, but don't make it look like it's glamorous. Na condition Buhari na bend your crayfish. They tell yourself the truth. And listen, I know people who love old people. I don't. I can barely stand my family relations that are old because they stress me. So some people genuinely love old people and are caring for old people. That's 2%. 98% are doing the work because they want to use it for a stepping stone. So let's not talk about passion. Passion is not inside this equation. Passion, there's no glamour in caregiving work unless it is your calling. And I know all of you is not your. That's why you don't know.
How about caring for children? How about caring for children? Whether as a teacher, as a caregiver.
I never managed. Okay. If you leave me on, my son is 7. If you leave me and I'm alone for house, now ain't go take care of me. Because I could be, when he was a baby, I struggled. I could change diapers, I could bathe him. But it's not something I like doing. Women have it. Children is even better. I take care of my children. What me I can take care of is young adults, that kind of yellow age. They leave them for me. Sit down, talk to them, spend time with them, guide their career path. I like that one. But young children, we go to jump. Hey, stop, come down. I no get the power. Then old people, I no get the power. I don't know where me I fit in. That's why I don't have problem in my life. I know what I can do and what I cannot do. Now, I'm not saying I cannot do caregiver work. I just pray that I don't have to ever do it. Because if I'm doing it, it means something is not right somewhere. If you see me doing caregiver work, understand that I'm going through a lot. What are the work I like? I like pilot work. Give me aeroplane, I will fly it. I like radio work, television work, social media work.
Please summarize, you like soft work.
I like soft work. I like soft work.
Someone like you can't even do the caregiving job. So anyway, I would just say caregiving job. So I saw someone asking, is caregiving job that's bad? It's not that bad. If you're dealing with kids, if you can handle kids, if you can handle elderly people who can function by themselves. The only tough place where you find it a bit tough is when you're handling someone who is totally dependent on you for everything, for eating, for bathing, for grooming, for cleaning up. That's where the main thing is. And if you like, when I got in, I loved the people. It's just I had to move on, right? I had other plans. I fell in love with the people. You become too attached to them, So, but if that's your passion, you can, and then maybe you find yourself in nursing someday. But for me, I had to stop at a point. So, but caregiving job is not bad. Daddy Freezer, gotta go, please.
Now, somebody said this on YouTube, that the assertion about caregiving job being spun is absolutely wrong. Even Oyibo people themselves do it and live comfortable and retire. Let me tell you something. Oyibo people do work because of passion. Some people like old people. Then stop lying to yourself. Nigerian people don't do caregiver because of passion. They do it because they don't have any other work. Their qualification cannot get them any other thing. Why would you like lies? How will you wake up in the morning and look at yourself in the mirror and lie to yourself? How can you say that you are? If you see me doing caregiver, there's no work I cannot do. But if you see me doing caregiver work, just know that something went wrong somewhere. I can buy and sell watch. I can go and learn how to be a sales boy in a watch shop. Because even if they are not paying me much, because I wake up every morning, I come and be playing with Rolex, come and be playing with Cartier, come and be talking to customer, I can do that work. It's beneath me because at my level, I'm not supposed to be sitting behind a kiosk and be, but I will do it because I have passion. Now, when you say temporary, when you are saying something temporary, passion and temporary, you cannot include them in the same. How can you? How do you talk from both sides of your mouth? You are about something, but it's temporary.
Let me tell you what happened when I was growing up. I was barely 10 years old, so we went to the village. I went to my late aunt's place. My cousin and I, we went to this old lady. There's this old lady that lived close to my late aunt's house. We went there. She was pounding pepper. We started pounding those pepper. From pounding the pepper, this breadfruits. She was cleaning that thing. We had to start. In fact, we wasted the whole water she had in her house. And the old lady now expected us to refill her jerrycan because we wasted the water as children. In fact, it was my late aunt that helped us that day because she had to now get water from her house to replace the old lady's water. That was one. I will not forget that woman. Another man, I used to go to his house to go and assist. An older man. His kids were overseas. I would go to his house for no good reason just to go and assist him. You see? I just remember those things now, and I tend to tell myself, this is even before I dreamt of becoming a nurse. That was my passion. I loved to do it because I see those elderly people as babies. That's how I see any elderly person. I see them as kids. And I feel that there was a time they were once like me. So for that thought alone, and I know I'm going to grow old one day and I deserve to be cared for. For that reason alone, that's why I love to care for elderly people. So it's not just people that like to care. I can bet too many, many people that were old that had cared for growing up as a child, even before I know that, okay, before I could define my life. So it's my calling, for example.
Hold on. Perhaps. Let me break all of his hearts. 90% of Nigerian nurses are abroad. It's not their calling, it's money that made you enter nursing. Wait, let's tell ourselves the truth. Listen. Nigerians have a truth filter problem. Did you study nursing as your BSc? What did you study in Nigerian university? Good. You have a calling. I know people who do engineering, but they reach abroad, they see say a nurse they pay. All of a sudden they have a passion. You did it because of the money. Now Naira come on, I carry you go there. Let me tell you, people, you don't agree with me? Na condition, listen. I know people that abroad, they like to barb hair. Their passion is hair barbing. That is different. That's a passion. You grow inside the hair barbing. Before you know it, you open your own salon. Before you know it, you have your own hairstyling products. You grow. That's a passion. 90% of Nigerian nurses abroad. Tell yourself the truth and shame the devil. You did it because nursing is one of the highest paying jobs abroad. Some of you don't push your children for Nigeria to nursing. Unless you went to nursing BSc in Nigeria. I remember going to the university. All of them passed nursing. Before you get to UI, you pass UCH. How many of them went to study nursing? None. They all studied economics, banking and finance. They now reach abroad. All of them are now nurses. Then they now have it. Baba, that passion is acquired passion. You did not have the passion. You acquired it and you lied to yourself until your lie became the truth that what is giving you plenty money, you love it. You don't love it.
Off mic.
That is really so true.
But
That's
that's true.
so true.
That's super true. I know a lot of people that didn't do anything like nothing back home. They
Telefree is don't vex.
They had
No. I just want me. One thing I've learned in this life is you can lie to everybody but yourself. The moment you are successful to lie to yourself, you have a problem. Me, I look my papa when I grow up. Now I don't develop passion. Say I don't feel care for people because money no dey there. Now maybe if my father were a nurse abroad, maybe now they grew. My papa are nurse abroad. In don't first shoot us one duplex for Lekki. In can shoot 1 or 2 sports cars. Which they me no go one learn that nothing. So from young, I would ginger myself towards nothing. Me, I wanted to be a rapper when I was in the university, when I was young. I no see rap work. Night enter radio. And how did I saw that? I did talk. They tell me how I knew that I would be a good radio presenter. Growing up, all I used to hear my mother shout was, "Shut up! Shut up! Can't you keep quiet for 5 minutes?" When I was 8 or 9, I did argue politics with my parents. The small way I go pick, I go tell them, say, this man don't know what's in the talk. They go tell me, shut up. So growing up, my head goes, shut up, shut up, shut up. Now they grew. So when I was choosing my career, I knew that I don't like waking up in the morning. Now, I don't have a problem with waking up in the morning once a week or twice a week. I can manage. But that the whole of my life, I'll be waking up early in the morning. I cannot do that work. No passion can take me there. So I had to understand my kind of person. I had to understand the things I liked. And I had passion to talk. Listen, there are days that Tastebox will come and say, must you go live all the time? I will go live in the morning. I will go live in the afternoon. I will go live in the evening. Then I have one paid live at midnight where I don't collect the money. I don't burn the money. Then the person, they tell me, say, Daddy Freeze, and I want to now sleep for 2 hours and come back. And come. Now, nobody on my live has ever paid for more than 1 hour. And nobody that has ever come to my life has ever done 1 hour. Is it that 1 hour, 30 minutes? Or 2 hours? Some 3 hours. This year, I don't cut and say 1 hour. I will give you 30 minutes grace. Once you pass that 30 minutes grace, you will pay for 2 hours. Now I want to increase now. So, but you understand that we will talk and talk and talk. Do you know sometimes, one day I talk most or a dilemma. I was talking on my life, and they break. I just they look outside and say, oh boy, now wow, they don't break. Oh. I can't say everybody, yeah, make we they go. So any work will involve talk. Now my work. As when they see me like this, me le shekara kata, I know if you buy, I know if you sell, I know get them as gift. So talk, aeroplane, I can fly plane. Say nothing happen for my life. If I'm 47 years old, I may be too old, but it is something I can do. It's something I would love to do. But say I dey take care of old people. Just know say anywhere you see me doing that work, just know say condition I bend my crayfish. And 90% of you, in fact 99% of you people that is doing that work is condition that bent your crayfish. Is not passion, is not love, is just money, naira and kobo.
Another thing that made me leave the career path is
the people's passion are not abroad.
Another thing that made me leave the career path is also working at night. I'm not the kind of person that likes to work at night, so I like a defined time. If it's 8 to 5, let me know it's 8 to 5, and then Saturdays and Sundays I have time for my family. So that's when I noticed that, okay, this one will not work for me. It's not my kind of thing. You know, I just had to give myself brain to focus on something else. So for those who love to do, you know, you like I'll call it a scattered life, because you could work morning this day, another day you're working afternoon, another day you're working night. So if you like that, then that career path is good for you. But for someone like me, I just like my 8 to 5, and then I have time for other things. So that's it. Thank you, Daddy Freeze, for the opportunity.
Someone said I don't owe, though. Somebody said I don't owe, though. Sorry, honey, I'm not your age mate.
I don't know how to go out. Can you take me?
All right, I'm taking out. Me are now 8 to 5. Hey, when I was working, and they put me on 9 to 5, 8:30 to 5:30. I did it, But I kept praying every day, Father, this cannot be my portion. Oh, Lord. Maybe they tell ourselves true. A lot of us don't like telling ourselves the truth. That is the issue that I have with us in this Nigeria. Let me bring somebody else.
All right, Daddy Freeze, thank you for having me. Okay, I'm not.
All right, we have here.
Hello.
Hello, can we see your beautiful face?
Hi.
Why are you Hey, I just said hello.
It's not darkness, so please. Good evening.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let's hear your own
good
side.
evening.
Good
I
evening.
think most people actually, they are, how will I even put it? They are really misinformed about this whole thing. As a carer, because I actually do it as a part-time job, actually. I'm in the UK, but I work in a real estate company. You understand? So, but the thing about it, like most of you guys said, is the passion. You understand? Passion has to be there. Most people don't really, they don't really understand what the job entails. For example, they want to japa from Nigeria. Do you understand? You japa, maybe you got to the UK, you got to the US, or you're in Canada. You're not really saying the kind of job that you want immediately. So they settle for the care job because that's what you actually get immediately. Do you understand? And it's going to give you like this soft landing. You need, I don't know how to really put, I don't really know how to, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So the thing is, most times when you don't really have some people are actually doing it, like I said, because of the passion. But most times when they get deeper, let's say they've spent 4 months in that field, they tend to lose their patience, like their own patience in the job, because maybe the person they are caring for speaks to them anyhow, or then you now start seeing their true color. Do you understand? Like I said, that's when you don't have the passion for that job. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Now, before we even say anything, guys, come to my Facebook, come and buy me stuff. License. Now, sit down with you now. We discuss AF0FURO work. This time, you people need to come and buy stars. See, when I don't do this caregiver work, when I won't use a stingy again, oh yeah, come to Facebook. Search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. That's what my page looks like. 835,000 followers. Scroll down to today's video. You will see me wearing these hats, yellow. Click on the heart. That is it. Scroll down to the bottom left-hand corner of that video. You will see how to buy stars. Please also give me gifts on TikTok. My top gifter will hail you. Please, this is our own work. As we not sabi take care of elderly people and small children.
As you don't get passion.
And they talk on drop stars. We
are not using our caregiver work to buy stars for you, Daddy Freeze.
All of you listening to me live, if you don't go and buy stars and you are doing caregiver, why are you buying caregiver? You better go and buy stars now. Make I pray for you. When I don't hear my mouth no good. If I talk about we bear share bear new, you don't reach the turn of your life. And waiting one use end your life now. Run and go and buy my stars on Facebook. Now I say I be Pentecostal pastor, but still come and buy stars on Facebook. Make I hail you, make I celebrate you. Thank you, my darling sister. Thank you. By the way, I'm not running your profession down. I'm just saying Nigerians don't. You don't ever ask Nigerian man, say, what are your hobbies? Nigerian has to say, hobby. Are they hustle? Hobby. You never hear that kind of thing before. man hustle na a hobby. Now you come tell and say passion. I'll tell you a story of somebody I know. He went to see his friend. His tennis. So when they play tennis, the person will want to carry and go abroad on top tennis scholarship. Come there, watch him play. Now so the guy looking guy like say, come. So this lawn tennis where you play. Now they carry you go America. Say yes, then they go there. Brother go learn lawn tennis. So. This guy, I'm telling you, played lawn tennis at a professional level. He learned it in 6 months. Nigerian man. Say, I go play this ball like this. From there, America. As I talk to the guy, this is the America today. He went on lawn tennis that he learned in 6 months. And then tomorrow, this guy will come and say, I have a passion for lawn tennis. Passion, you go, hustle, they bear, back to Toro, tell yourself the truth. Sorry, this yap where the yap, I don't feel yap in English, you know, go sweet. Also, now carry you reach where you reach.
They try.
Nigeria. Oh, somebody don't buy me stars. God bless you. You don't do caregiver work for a long time. Thank you very much. Jana Zari Jana, thank you very much. This is what I want to see. Thank you. You will move to befitting jobs. I'm not saying caregiver is not good, though, but I know passion. I not like it myself. Which passion like you? Which passion? You will want work for bank before. Now you won't be no. Then you won't do caregiver. And you get passion for all.
Like I said, it's soft landing. Like you can't really see a good job immediately. You can't see that.
You forgot to include that most of this, especially most of the Nigerians that own all those homes, they try. That's an opportunity for them to save money, because what they do is they wait for these people that just, well, the moment you come down here or anywhere, they seize the opportunity to get you and pay you peanuts and overuse you. That's what a lot of them do. So you see why it's as if most people don't even like it. They just do it just for the meantime, and then they move for something else, because they overuse them. Because they check them out, they're undocumented, they don't have work permits, nothing. And most of them don't even have a place to stay. So they end up working as a living caregiver. They will be living there, maybe get off maybe twice or whatever in 2 weeks, every other weekend. And then they overuse them, and then they still pay them peanuts because they are paying them cash. It's not registered. So it's like
Somebody says, why charge for your session since you've got a passion for what you do?
No.
Charged you.
No.
My darling sister, did I charge you? It is when you want to come and sell your market that you used to make money, that is not charity. You will not come and sell it on my platform.
Let me please release me.
As if people could just open their mouth, mess could they come out. They have reverse the mouth, the function of the other one. Why they learn, why they must so Please. My darling sister that just joined us, thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. I want to bring you somebody. Pedra, that's your name.
Okay.
Can I go?
You want to go? Samaria, you're not going anywhere. It's me and you and them. Passionate Samaria. Passionate Samaria. Who else wants to come? Come on, let's talk about passion. We are very passionate today. Samaria look like human being. Child, if nobody say some people they watch us now don't turn to man of God, they're supposed to carry this Samaria as take out.
Oh Lord, please.
So on this, Toby, okay, you will speak. I don't send another person request to bring one guy. Okay, let me bring a guy. The guy that said he sent a request, is it Toby? Toby, are you the one that sent a request? Oh yeah. Is that Toby that said I sent a request?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's Toby? Oh,
So,
Okay, Toby.
yeah.
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
All right. Toby!
Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
We are doing here, everywhere scatter.
I understand that. I followed this particular topic previously. The other day we had the topic, we couldn't finish.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you are bringing it up today again. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Yes, what I want to do is this. If we're having a comparative analysis between Nigeria and UK or America, I don't think we'll get it right. Because, for example, in my first degree, I did a business administration. There was no passion. I did that because my uncle was working at Premier Brewery at that time, and he was rich. That was the only reason why I chose to do business administration. When I came to the UK, I did project management. Why did I do that? Because in the UK, project managers make more money. So basically, when you are talking about passion, something must definitely necessitate passion. Passion don't just come up. And again, on the second phase of it, I would say that we don't have elderly people in Nigeria. We have elderly people, and we don't care about them. Look at what happened in the back the other time. We had elderly people, some were being pushed down. But my experience, because I didn't do a care job per se, but when I came in as a student years back, I did a domiciliary care. And the only thing I was able to learn is being empathetic with people, understanding people's plight. And this is the only thing we lack in Nigeria. I don't do a care job now, but on Sundays, like tomorrow, I have elderly family. They're very old. What I do is to go to their house, pick them, bring them to church. After church, I'll take them home. Nobody is paying me. It's just what I've learned. So what I'm saying is that there is nothing like passion anywhere. Passion happens to you where you grow. Passion happens to you maybe with the things you see, with how you interact with people. In Nigeria, we don't have all those. That is why everybody in Nigeria is aggressive. Everybody. They don't care about old people. They don't care about disabled people. And it's wrong. That's not the way to live life. People need to do this job. It's not about the job. It's about we are getting old. And all of us in this life will one day get old. And the truth is that if you get old in Nigeria, somebody can, a 24, 22-year-old person can push you. They don't pay them salaries in Nigeria. These are the things. Our pensioners, nobody cares about them. And they die. Some people begging the governor, please pay us, pay us. These are the things. Actually, caregiving is a profession that must be respected. And if I'm opportune to be in any office in Nigeria, I would take a serious emphasis on this because it's not just a dirty job or a menial job. If you want to break it down on another segment, everybody, sonographers, medical doctors, nurses, they are all caregivers. It's not just cleaning.
I understand. But the particular caregiver we are talking about are the ones that take that one that people do. We know the one we are talking about, not Eliza. We know.
Yeah, but I understand that, but people doing it here, to be honest with you, you get used to it. Why do you get used to it? Maybe because of the way they talk to people, the experiences and all. But you get used to it because you know that this person depends on you to survive. And for me, to be honest, if I will tell you the truth, I see that as a special career in life. Thinking that this person continence, dressing, feeding, eating, mobilization, transportation, medication depends on you. I mean, there's nothing like heaven there. It's a special.
Let me add something real quick. Daddy Freeze, you remember the other day you were saying something about those growing up, our parents tend to be the ones to tell us, this is what I would like you to study. This is the course you have to, the degree you have to get from me. Go and get this, go and get that. Most of us were not even opportune enough to choose our passion. So growing up, you don't have to acquire it. See? So don't even blame most people that maybe read a different course back home and then they went overseas and then they had to start doing something different. It could be they never realized this is what they would have loved to do until they hear about it. or they come across it.
Stop. It is what is because he gave you money. Maria, I got up and down, and you are avoiding. You see. Let me tell you something. They are running around in circles, avoiding. Listen, there is no way you are doing something now. Maybe money gave you the passion, because money will come with. Nigerian man lives in naira and kobo.
True. I agree.
When they tell you something in Nigeria, the first thing that comes is your mental calculator. Nigerian man get mental calculator.
I agree.
So this thing at $1,000, $1,750. That's $50,000. The average Nigerian. Let me give you gist. If you live abroad, argue this thing with me, please. If you are watching me on TikTok, buy me gift. My top gifter, I will announce and everybody will follow. Hey, they have bought me stars on Facebook. Oh, thank you so much, Chris Mayor. God bless you. Metu Odion, Shama, salute, highest star buyer today. Second highest star buyer, Jane. Thank you so much. This is how you get stars. Oh yeah, if you don't want to do caregiver work for long, come on back. Go to Facebook and search for Daddy Free. DADDYFREEZ. This page looks like it's called the profile. Scroll down to today's video. You will see the video there. I'm wearing this cap. That's the video right there. Click on it. You will enter inside the video. Bottom left hand corner right there. You will just click on it. The stars will pop up. That's how you get me stars. Oh yeah, come and get me stars now. God will make things happen for you. You don't do caregiver work for a long time. And hey, there was something I wanted to say before I got interrupted. Nigerians don't have passion. Nigerians have money-driven passion. When you go abroad, you will now understand what is passion. A young boy, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a nurse. I want to be an astronaut. And they will follow those passions. Nigerian man, anything where they bring the money, being passion. It's okay because it has helped us adapt. But have you ever sat down to think about what if we get to a stage in life where money is no longer a problem?
But it will always be the problem.
No, abroad, there are people who don't think in money. Let me give you this example. I said I was going to tell you this scenario. A friend of mine told me this story once, and I'm sure all of you who work abroad will know this. You are supposed to work, let's say, 40 hours a week, right? Then you now notice that the company now calls people and says, okay, guys, we need overtime on so and so day. We will pay 1.5 your regular hours for that overtime. Most people that we put in for the overtime are the Nigerians. Now, one guy said something. He said some white people agreed to do overtime, but instead of getting extra money, they got free time next week so they could go to the
village
cinema.
People now. We go pay village people when they depend on us. Plenty.
And
exactly.
we do overtime this week so that he can have 1 hour free next week to go to the cinema with his girlfriend. The way they think is different from the way we think. Nigerian man with cinema, the girlfriend will wait, the cinema will wait. Let's go.
Not always that it is together. Not always together.
Grandma, they come to village. Grandma needs money for village. My sister
So what?
To be honest, we all understand where Daddy Freeze is coming from, what he's trying to say, because this passion of a thing, you can't say that it's passion that made someone that has practiced doctor in Nigeria for over 15 years to come down to do caregiving work, or a professor that has lectured in the university for 15 years coming down to do caregiving work. It's not passion. It's just because he's trying to, settle down and he just needs something. So I understand completely what what Daddy Freeze is talking about, and we do understand. It's different from something that this is what you are out to do from your younger age. Like you said, you were you were a nurse from Nigeria before getting to the UK, and that is what you study. Is a different thing. He's just like me. I've always been in the media, and that's been my life. So me doing that, it has to be a temporary thing. So I understand what, especially for a lot of us that came to the UK, will not even deny it for like the past 5 years now. So what Elifris is saying, is actually right.
Thank you, my brother. Let
me
more
go,
person.
please.
I want to bring in
Please,
another
let
guy.
me go. Thank you.
Samaria,
Thank
bye,
you.
bye. And I love Samaria. Was good vibes. Samaria, bye. Tommy, love you, Coco.
Hold on, Elifris.
Oh, love Coco. Hey, Gambia, I don't see you. Natural Gambia. Let me now add a guy. Let me now add a guy. Uzo. Travel nurse. What Sherry?
DF. Good evening, everyone.
Huh? Good evening. No.
I was just saying we need part 2. We need part 2, I beg.
Oh my God.
We are going to do part 2 during the week.
We need it. So this topic is serious.
Okay, let me hear from you guys as we begin to round off.
So DFL, you see this care job. Honestly speaking, you're right. I'm not going to tell you you're not. The truth of the matter is, as per Nigeria, okay, most of us is acquired passion. If I use myself for as an example, me, I know that I've never done anything care back home. I was a banker, I was in the media, then I was in the bank, and then I came here. Is the availability of the job. That's the truth. Your first landing that you will eat, pay your bills, is care. Yeah? Excuse me.
Go ahead, continue. Sorry. Hey, Tommy, don't come out.
Oh,
all right, let me
hear
you, my lovely
I've been
sister
watching this for a while now. To be honest, this gives people the passion to do it. I'm just going to be honest. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a travel registered nurse. And before I got to where I am, I did this home health thing, TNA, caregiving work. And I just did that just to make money. You know, I didn't like it. And I think my final straw was I went to this home and I had to do her laundry. Pretty much I had to wash her underwear. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, why do I have to wash somebody's underwear? Because, I mean, I need money for the meantime just to, get to where I want to get to. So, yeah, people talk about passion. I get it. But at the end of the day, this gives you the passion to do what you have to do. When you think about, I'm going to make $11 an hour or $12, depending on where you work or what agency you work for, it's just for the meantime, just to get what you have to get to the next level. That's just me. All this passion here and there, no.
That's what majority of people do. They just do it to get to the next level, just separate it. That's what we're saying, because you can't tell me that it's passion. You've been in a profession for like 15 years in Nigeria, and you're coming down here to do caregiving.
Otherwise, if you read the comments, people are like, "Oh yeah, the banking job. Oh, you're gonna make $1 million." No, by the time you pay taxes, pay your rent, buy groceries, pay insurance, how much will you have left? How much?
It doesn't even pay well here. In Britain, the bankers don't earn well at all. In Nigeria, yes, we earn very well because, for example, if I eat myself, we earn very well in the bank, at least compare in relation to the country we're living in. I could eat, I could travel abroad, I could do things on my banking salary. But here, no, the salary is not that good. Sincerely speaking, I know the American nurses and the carers, they make good money compared to us here. But to be honest, starting in care is just because of the availability.
Right.
When I came in, it's my master's I came for, and my money was finishing now because I used all my savings from the bank to sponsor myself. And when I realized I didn't have money to eat, I started asking people for a job. Where can I apply? And everybody else I knew was doing care. So what they referred me to was care. I said, hey, see me see trouble. Which one be care again?
Yeah.
I didn't know what they were talking about. But the agency trained me up. And DF, let me steal that your coined word. Acquired passion. I'll be honest. I picked up the passion. The thing was able to, how will I say it now? It, what's that word? It beguiled, what's that word? Now, it seduced me. Let me put it like that. The job seduced me. Yeah, it actually seduced me. And I'll be honest, this make my employer not go hear me, God, I beg you. But I'll be honest with myself. I actually enjoyed being a carer more than I enjoyed being a nurse on the ward. Because as a carer, yes, this is me. Maybe I'm a weird fish. But guess what? When I was a carer, I had time to care. I love the elderly population. I love them. The stories, they're lovely, to be honest. I love the stories. I love the time I could spend with them. As a carer, they won't worry you too much per se. There's a lot of work, but I love busy.
Because I can't do 12 nursing things that like we don't really get time, have that time to like communicate.
Darling, thank you. This is what I'm saying. Where do I have the time?
Like, it's just different,
I have so many patients as a nurse in the ward. Sometimes they'll give me 2 bays, and in each bay I have like 4, 6 patients, depending on the ward. They'll give me 2.5. In fact, it's not usually 2, it's 2.5. By the time I count, I have 10, 12 people. Some are very poorly. Where do I have the time? Now, medication, now, if like 4, like I can't even take my breaks. So to a large extent, I'm running from one place to the other, sweating, running up and down. But as a carer, you just do your job. The responsibility is not that much. So I could hold an elderly person's hand, hold somebody who is passing away. So someone is passing away, there's no one there, the family is far away, they're coming in 40 minutes.
COVID.
I was my sister. I always say
no. And with COVID.
No, I'm talking about many years ago though, So I will sit down, hold their hand. I will cry with my patients. I could care. I saw that and actually found out that I had that in me. Then, no. But as soon as I became a trainer, I went to university. I just trained again. On top of my master's, I still went back to university. Because this is where I will agree with Daddy Freeze. And Daddy Freeze, you're right. Why did I do that? Maybe I could have stayed as a carer since I was enjoying the job. Oh boy, I told myself, I know if you do this care job, go tell anybody for Bankside, be carer. I can't. That is the truth.
Thank you.
I don't fit. Me where they
know.
wear sharp suits. Hey, if you see my suit, no, they try me.
Someone said, with Nigerian mentality, you'll be frustrated as a carer. Baba, no Nigerian mentality take bad.
So I had to. Somebody's just left. I had to leave that thing. I had to leave that carer thing and just say, let me just go back to university and train and become a nurse. At least that one, because I've been graduate for how many years now. But as a carer, to be honest, there was a lot of disrespect from my colleagues. A lot. Wow. Managers said that they saw me shaggy because I was overqualified for the job. I had a boss that actually stopped my shift. My first job in Bournemouth, the lady stopped my shift. She was a band 4. She was doing her, I can't remember what they call her course, but she was doing a band 4. And as per university graduate, I don't pass that one since now. Master self now I do. She told me I was taking jobs from those that actually need. Rita, what are you doing here? What you doing here, Rita? You really shouldn't be here. You're more qualified than me. What are you doing here? And she stopped my shift. I don't feel chop again. I had to leave the place. So at the time, the person I was dating, my boyfriend that time, the guy just told me, he said, babe, go and do your nursing. You're deceiving yourself. So literally, I had to go back to school. And I also thought about, I'm not going to tell anybody for house, I'd be carer. If you wipe me, Koboko now, you not carer, you journalist, you banker, you go do care work. So I had to, know. So DF is being honest on that one.
All right. So a question, but before I ask Uzo a question, I want to talk about this hopeless situation. He's not, his own situation is not an AF0FURO, he's AF0FURO. I just pinged him. Abiola Damila Rezaza, Olori Burukuaye, a hopeless case, a child that was born out of spiritual wedlock. What do you mean by spiritual wedlock? When the spirit of your father is not with your mother, just give your mama born you way goats get value pass. You can't come my life, come they say, Daddy Freeze, just get work. Let me tell you, the work I do, I can pay your current salary to you, your father, your mother, and all siblings. And let's talk, because we are here talking. If Agbaje was short nika, I know who Papa made him be now. How did we arrive at this destination? Me and a non-entity are having a conversation. Somebody only good for covering the space where he's standing so that you not gather dust. And you are having conversation. Don't ever let me see you in my life again.
Oh my God.
Go and do what you are